Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Milsim Units Podcast. I'm C. Brock, your host, and tonight we have an interview with LT6. He's the unit commander of Reaper 6, a United States Marine Corps Force Recon Milsim. LT, welcome to the podcast.
Hello all, my name is Six and I am leading the Six Minutes team.
Well, it's great to have you here with us tonight, Six. I checked out your Discord channel, your YouTube channel. We'll get links to those and all your social media up on the description here for our podcast video. But with that being said, let's get right into it. So, Six, tell me about yourself. Your background in gaming and how you got started in Milsim.
Oh yeah, sure. Um, First of all, I'm a military veteran and I had an experience at virtual military training session. When I was in military, they used the BVS system, which is a virtual battlefield system from Bohemia Interactive.
Mm.
And when I was retired from military services, I really wanted to play similar previous game, which is I found at Arma 1 at the time. After that, I joined the big Milsim groups and played there long time.
That's really interesting.
Yes, and however, in my mind, I always wanted to make a small unit Milsim team that work with the strong teamworks and strong tactical maneuvers. So I studied the Six Milsim team then.
Gotcha. So yeah, you got your inspiration doing the real deal in the military, and wanted and dreamed and kind of found a way to bring that over into the Armorverse. I think that's really interesting because I mean, obviously VBS and Arma, the various versions share some coding, some textures, and all of that. So that is quite a transition. So you founded Reaper 6, and you are the commanding officer. So, tell me about the unit. How do you guys look on the battlefield? What's the structure of your ops, and what makes you unique compared to other Milsim units out there?
All right. First, Reaper 6 Milsim team, we are playing at 1990s Cold War era.
Hmm.
And Reaper 6 Milsim team is a small unit recon team. We have a 6-man team called Reaper, which is a recon team. We also have a 2-man team called Six, which is a sniper and spotter Overwatch support team. And to compare the other Milsim units, we have 3 different style of operations, which is Green Ops, Black Ops, and lastly, White Ops. Talk about Green Ops. Green Ops are based on stealthy operation. The possess the team members starting in operation in behind the enemy territory, and main object will be reconnaissance, which is search and find enemy assets. In Green Ops, once we are detected by enemy forces, missions will be failed. Next one is Black Ops, which is Black Ops are connected with the Green Ops. When we found the enemy assets which need to be destroyed, then it will become Black Ops.
Hmm.
So Black Ops is like a direct action operation. Lastly, White Ops are like a military deployment campaign missions, which is contain Green Ops, Black Ops, and plus other operations like hostage rescue and logistic helping some kind of other issues. So we have these three things operation running on Reaper 16.
That is pretty cool. So you're right down there into the details. I mean, this is legit Force Recon. Kind of mixing it up and doing all those different mission sets. So let me ask. I mean, you mentioned the different teams you have, like Reaper and Six. Now, do you rotate the different operations? Is it like different from one mission to the other in terms of whether each team is doing a green, black, or white op?
Uh, well, the thing is, for the we rotate the our operator to the teams, and when we're beginning the operations, then we ask them what kind of role play you want it to be on this operation. So, and then we choose that. So,
Yeah, that sounds interesting. I mean, it's a good way of keeping things fresh, keeping everybody kind of focused on their particular interests in terms of, like you said, role playing. So, I mean, that explains a lot right there. So, with that in mind, like I said, I mean, obviously you're very detailed. I know that realism is a particular focus of your unit. So, how does that balance together with having a good time? Like, it's obviously, you want to be hardcore, want to be the best operator that you can be, but given that it's a game, how do you balance that realism, that immersion, with having fun with your buddies?
well, with the six mission team, we are using lots of fire and maneuver tactics because we are a small unit team, and enemy is not. So, we're using a lot of the bounding or counter peeling tactics when we gunfighting. And for fun balances, we are using six AI enhanced mode and ACE plus CAT medical mode. However, we are not allowed to use the self ACE interaction, which is self healing, is not allowed because we are mostly in firefights, and bullet has to be sent to the enemy. Also, when you get hurt, our bodies will take care of you when you speak up. So that is how it goes.
So, like I said, hardcore, man. That's pretty cool. Now, can you describe a memorable operation, or any kind of mission? What stands out in your mind in terms of like the really good ones?
Oh yes, Lipa 6, we played the operation called Phantom Recon Ops, and we got detected by civilian and got laid by 200 enemy forces. Oh God, mission was failed because no one survived that operation.
Oh man, don't forgive me for laughing, man, but I swear those damn civvies, they can mess up the best laid plans. And yeah, it sounds like you had a understrength battalion coming at you. That's yeah. What can you do with that? But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's one for the history books. Now, we've gone into your gameplay here, your operational style. Like I said, the role playing that you mentioned. In terms of Reaper Six as a unit, you're into small unit tactics, like you should be, as the Milsim would expect. Can you describe the culture, the camaraderie? I mean, how close a unit are you guys?
Okay. As we are emulating USMC Force Recon team, our culture are commuting each other. So commuting each other. So something's up, talk, and our bodies will take care of you, and I will take care of it. This makes our teamwork stronger. Also, we have a small culture that is called Recon Whisper, which is make your acre volume down as a minimum because enemy can hear us.
Hmm.
So that is our culture.
Stealthy. I love it. All right. Now, what about activities outside of the Armorverse? I mean, your missions, your ops are all set in Arma 3. Do you guys meet outside of that game? Do you play any other games, any other activities online together?
Yes, we are playing other games like Escape from Tarkov and Radio Nut, plus Project Zomboid.
Gotcha. All right. So yeah, you've got a little bit of variety there. That's pretty cool. And a lot of units are doing that, but yeah, two or actually three great games there. You can have a lot of fun, anytime with that. Now, what about the greater Milsim community? Do you guys interact with other units? How do you participate with the rest of the Arma 3 units out there?
Every season, we are trying to attend a joint operation with other community, and also we are thinking about joining other community events too. So we always look for the community news, community events coming on. And so one thing it reminds us is our playtime will be morning time in US time zone. So if time matches, then we'll be there.
Gotcha. Well, U.S. Morning time, whether you're Eastern or, on the West Coast of Pacific time, that tends to be, afternoon in Europe. So I know there are some European units that have ops that time of day. So you never know. And I have to say, LaFlash, the founder and really driver of Milsim Units, he's always interacting with other units, unit leaders, community leaders, Arma devs, and community leaders. So he'll be the first to let us know when the next joint operation has come around for Arma 3 or any other games. He does so much behind the scenes it makes my head spin. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing some more joint ops. I know there's stuff in the works. I just don't have the details. But yeah, that'd be great. Get a regular rotation of joint ops together. Because that's what makes Arma what it is. It's a great game, but it's the community that really, kind of drives that higher level of immersion and realism. So,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
he's a
great.
boss. Yeah, he's a boss, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, amen to that. You're absolutely right. There's no arguing with that. Yeah, so I need to sit down with him and ask about it. No, just kidding. But that's great. So, with that being said, you mentioned getting a joint op every season on a regular basis. Where do you see Reaper 6 in the next year? How are you guys going to look in 2026?
Um, Lipa 6, we are trying to communicate with the other Milsim unit. So I guess next year, possibly, we are playing with the other Milsim units. And we also want to attend a large scale with the Milsim teams. So we are looking forward to it.
Outstanding. All right. Well, fellow unit leaders out there, the public affairs guys, community leaders across the Armorverse, keep that in mind, guys. As you're developing your large scale joint ops, as I've seen some really good ones in the past couple of years. Remember the little units. I don't want to say little, but the smaller teams, if you will, because a really well trained, well disciplined, and well motivated recon team section, small platoon can do a lot of amazing things on the battlefield. So definitely looking forward to getting a wider variety of units into these joint ops coming down the pike. Now, with that being said, what do you think about Milsim gaming overall? Like, for instance, we've got the release date for Armor, projected release date for Armor 4 in 2027. Where do you guys see yourselves playing a role in the future, long term, like say a year and beyond? What do you want to see in the Milsim gaming experience?
First thing I would say is training and mentorship because as milsim games get more complex, units like mine could help newer players understanding the tactical depths and team-oriented nature of these games. So we could provide resources, strategies, and mentorship to teach effective communication, mission planning, and leadership, turning newcomers into proficient tactical players.
Wow, that is absolutely outstanding. So you want to take all your experience and your expertise and share it with other units so they can develop themselves and get up to the next level.
Correct.
Oh, yeah, that is awesome, dude. I mean, definitely. There's different levels of gameplay, but of course, so many different types of players from around the world, different levels of experience. In game, out of game. Um, a lot of young civilians, for instance, who are thinking about joining the military and want to get, kind of a mental taste of it before they go out and talk to a recruiter. So definitely, I think as definitely, Reforger is on fire. It's exploding. Armor 4 is projected in a couple of years. We've got a lot of other great games that are in development. They're out for early access testing. I'm really excited to see what the community will look like in a year, 2 years, 3 years down the road. There's going to be a lot of new people, young, old, all aspects of the gaming community getting on board as Milsim kind of takes off. So definitely, I wish you all the best, and I'm looking forward to seeing how we can all grow together as a global community.
Sounds good. And I have one more thing.
Yeah.
For the community development, the community is surrounded by Milsim could become even more essential part of our experience. My unit could work on developing game creating campaigns that provide more intricate and engaging experience for broader gaming community. We would likely form alliances from other units, creating network of high-skilled players who could tackle massive in-game objectives together.
Oh, I love it. All right, there you go. So yeah, NATO HQ, you need to call Mr. Stoltenberg and get him on the line because we got another member here for you. But definitely, I mean, absolutely, the community is what makes the experience what it is, what makes the game what it is. I love seeing units come together and just drop the enemy, as a combined force. So definitely, I'll be checking out your YouTube channel. I'm already subbed to your social media, so I'm looking forward to seeing what comes down the road in the future.
Sounds good. Mhm.
Now, yeah, let me ask. So we've got the big picture of your operations, your community, the kind of relationships you've developed as a really immersive unit. I got to ask, what is your go-to loadout for your ops? What are you packing out in the field?
All right. We are currently using Cold War era loadouts like Iron Sight M16 and M9 pistol, 15 stem mag and F1 frag grenade and white smoke grenade. And uniform is about 1990s woodland BDU with bunny hat.
Gotcha. So yeah, just enough. Yeah, that's pretty light. It's a minimalist loadout there, but it is just enough to drop a couple of communist insurgents or whoever else might be coming across your field of fire. But definitely, I always dig the realism. Sometimes more is less. And less is more. And I like the challenge of going out there with a realistic loadout and seeing how far you can make it, against a crazy enemy, whether it's AI or another player.
Yeah, one more thing. We really wanted to wear the Marines Muppet,
Yep.
but Muppet came in 2002 and we are at 1990s. So, not yet.
That's the thing. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait another decade. But hey, here's to the future of Reaper 6. You never know. You might be kind of moving out of the '90s and into the GWAT era, given enough time. But either way, yeah, I hear you. That is a great pattern. Marpat. I was actually in the arsenal today putting together a USMC loadout for a fun op, but. Either way, yeah, I got to hand it to the Cold War era guys, especially the Marine Corps. They've always done more with less, as I mentioned. They kind of get the Navy's, hand-me-downs and their kind of leftovers. But either way, they get it done. In the battlefield, in training, they are experts at their craft, whether they got a full loadout or not. So that's pretty cool. Now, What about military movies? That's one of the most anticipated questions here on the Milsim Units podcast. If you were to put Reaper Six into a movie, what film or TV show, for that matter, do you think best captures the spirit of your unit?
Uh, Actually, they are not having many Force Recon movies now, but I would say Heartbreak Ridge.
Uh,
That is a movie.
I love that. It's one of my favorites. I remember I watched it with my dad growing up. We sometimes on a lazy Saturday afternoon or whatever, we'd sit down on the couch and watch a war movie together. But yeah, Clint Eastwood is great. That is a hilarious movie. There's actually some, I mean, it's Hollywood, but there are a couple of realistic elements in terms of the Marines' fire maneuver and just how they operate. Great one-liners. I love watching clips of that. So that is a really good one. Great choice on your part there for Reaper Six.
Also, for recent movies, we Lipo Six like members are like Actor Valor
Ah,
plus Lone Survivor. Yeah.
gotcha. Yeah, that's a good one. So yeah, another. Actually, it's a newer movie, but it is already a Hollywood classic for outstanding war movies. So yeah, good titles. I think that's pretty cool. Based on what you've told me about the unit. So you mentioned that your operations take place during the morning in terms of U.S. time zones. So can you give me a little bit more information for our listeners out there who are interested in taking a look at your unit? What's your schedule look like week to week?
Oh yeah, Lipo Six Milsim team is a international team, so we are doing operation at every Saturday, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Zone.
Okay, Saturday, 7
7 a.m.
a.m.
Yeah.
Eastern. Okay, gotcha. All right. So I'll put that in the podcast video description as well, along with your links there. All right. So yeah, every week Saturday. Now, you mentioned your immersion and how you operate together. Do you have training sessions combined with operations? How do you mix and match, the kind of firing, the target range stuff with the actual, combat ops?
We eventually training on Friday night, which is we have two type training, which is one is a ITB. So that is a basic training, and second training is BRC, which is basic reconnaissance course training.
Hmm.
So we do those that on Friday, and Saturday is our operation day. So yeah, also do that.
Outstanding. All right. So yeah, getting it done.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how can listeners join Reaper Six? What's the best way to get in touch with you?
They can visit milsimunit.com or visit our website and contact me with the email, and I will give them invite uh, to the our Discord server.
Well, there you have it. Six is he's right here. Got a really tight knit, hardcore, immersive element in his Force Recon team here. So yeah, if you want to learn more, want to get some information from the inside, yeah, check out look up his social media, drop him a line, see if his unit is a good fit for you and what do you want to do in the Milsim universe. Now,
Thank you.
yeah, absolutely. No, thank you. It's great to have you here. I love learning about the various units that we have all around the world. I mean, that's one of the things that gets me excited about the Armorverse. It truly is global. And it's always good to see like-minded individuals, around the planet, who are coming together and having a good time. Now, this has been a great interview. I learned a lot. Hopefully, yeah, our audience has definitely learned a lot about Reaper Six. So I got to ask you, Six, do you have any final thoughts, or is there anything that you wanna talk about that we haven't touched on tonight?
Um, I really thank you for doing this, and I really appreciate it, sir. And thank you so much, and thank you for the Thank you both too. So thank you.
Absolutely. I will definitely let LaFlash know. He's going to check out the video once I get everything edited and ready for publishing. But definitely, thank you. It's great to have you with us on milsimunits.com. And before we go, let me ask you. I mean, how's your experience been with the unit? We've been kind of chatting, on Discord, but I know you and LaFlash have been really spending a lot of time, working together. Is there anything more we can do? I mean, in terms of support for your unit. I mean, or are you good to go so far? With our platform.
Um, eventually I was talking to the boss, and he's helping us a lot, and um, we were trying to play Armor Reforger on incoming March, but I'm not 100% sure about we're going to the Armor Reforger, but we're playing Armor 3 right now because Armor Reforger medical system is kind of not matched with our play style
Hmm.
because we 100% our style is you cannot heal yourself.
Right.
So, but we we will figure about that. So anyone who interested playing the Amelie Forger 2, let us know.
That is interesting. I hear you. Reforger it's a great game. There's some work to be done, but yeah, in terms of the hardcore immersion, it does leave a little bit to be desired. Even though it's set in the Cold War, it's perfect for your kind of like your era in history. But yeah, I hear you. So definitely let us know what we can do to help. If you or anybody in the community is kind of expanding, getting into different titles, definitely let us know, and we'll see what we can't do to support your growth. But yeah, Six, this has been a good one. Looking forward to editing your operational footage so I can get that put together with the interview. But I appreciate it. So looking forward to talking with you in the future and seeing where Reaper 6 ends up in the days and months and years to come.
Thank you so much, sir.
Absolutely. All right, ladies and gents. So that has been podcast number 11. It's great to be back with you. We got some more podcasts in the works as always. So looking forward to getting back in the studio with the next one. All right. Until that time, this is C. Brock signing off.